Beats Planet.
What's good? What's crack-a-lacking? Everybody straight? The Doski Woski's good. The Peaski's implied. What's good, y'all? First of all, let me know if you can hear me well. Haven't done one of these in a minute. I'm talking about, this whole live thing, this whole live streamy thing. This is what happens to Voch Lombardi, right? After the football season, like directly after it, like I start grinding draft season and I'm learning guys and I'm figuring guys out all to prepare for this big 3-day draft excursion, and we do that, and I think we had a pretty successful go at it. Out of all the draft picks, it was about 15 or so guys I didn't know. 4 of those were punters and kickers, so I'm cool with that. We're gonna try to get that number a little bit better next time. So I'm flat out exhausted even after day 2 of the draft, putting out the whole Tristan Hill video, Conor McGovern, just up. Just up till 4 or 5 in the morning, just getting the videos ready for y'all, getting the content ready for y'all. So once all that's over with, oh goodness, I'm falling asleep. I'm laying around. I'm catching up on old stuff. I'm gaming back at that, man. And it's just a lot of change that's going on right now. But I back. Like bra straps, we up in here. It's Cowboy season now, so that the draft season is over with. Let me just kind of run down what we're gonna be doing here nowadays. Let me just set the little table for you. I got a new thumbnail if you ain't noticed for Cowboy Talk. So, how we're gonna run this is, now that draft season is over, don't expect me to do the too early 2020 draft. I think that's ignorant. Ignorant as hell. Not ignorant. I think that's ignorant. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know anything about those guys. I'm not gonna fake it. The damn season ain't even started yet. We don't know how many guys gonna get caught with guns under their seat or weed in their car. We don't know nothing about that. I'm not doing draft stuff till January, or at least till the Cowboys are done playing football. So be looking out for these different Cowboy film sessions that I do. I'm going to be working on one. Well, I've been working on one. It's Justin Phillips from Oklahoma State. He is a undrafted free agent linebacker that I really have a lot of respect for or whatnot. I really think he's going to make the team. So that's a film session coming for y'all. But the Voch's Voice podcast is back, man. I can't do that and focus on draft because it's just, too much work doing draft stuff. But we're going to do like a Voch's Voice podcast after this Cowboy stream. That's going to be like a non-football stuff. That's going to be whatever y'all want to talk about. We're just going to run it like that. I'm going to try to record those on Mondays to have them out for Tuesday. We'll see how that's going to go. But as of now, we're going to do some Cowboy stuff. We're going to do some. Man. Sorry to hear that, bro. Sorry to hear that. Optimistically cynical. So sorry to hear that. But what we doing today? We're doing Cowboy Talk today. So one thing I really don't want to do is I don't really like putting out a whole bunch of topics sometimes because I would hate to run out of stuff to talk about later on in the process. Like, I hate to talk about stuff twice or whatever. So I haven't really talked that much about the Dak Prescott contract stuff or the 2020 contract stuff because I feel like I was going to need to talk about that later. And I think now is a better time to talk about it. I just don't want to be giving y'all, 5 live streams of the same conversation. I would get sick of myself for doing that. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do here is I found this little website. I ain't saying I found it, but somebody put me up on it. Spot Track. This little goofy ass joint. It give you all the little numbers and all the information and all the, you know what I'm saying? It gives you everything. So I'm going to give like my full blown thoughts and analysis on that. So I just dropped this video the other day. Talking about talking about the Cowboys and the types of players that they draft, right? Everybody wanted to go safety, strong safety. Can we get strong safety? Can we push Jeff Heath off the bridge? Well, I looked at some old drafts and I looked at some other things. Go watch that video if you haven't. But we just don't value safety in that way. Now, if it'll have to be a clear, super duper upgrade. Like if you're gonna go get a safety, get a guy that can tackle, that has some range, that's really that does the super safety thing, the Derwin James thing. If we're gonna get a safety, but besides that, it ain't like, oh, we wanted to get a 3-tech here, so we'll get a safety next round. Nah, it was some safeties on the board, but we decided to go offensive lineman. Then there was some safeties on the board. We decided to go running back. And it was still some safeties on the board, and we went cornerback, defensive end. So it's not like, oh, we just value Tristan Hill over safety. I think we just value a lot of shit over safety. I just don't think we look at safety, or I would say like a tier 2 safety in that way. Because let's be fair, Nas, Thornhill, guys like Rap, they're like second tier safeties almost. Now you can't pass up on a guy like Malik Hooker, like a top tier free safety guy that got all the range. You can't pass up on a Derwin James or nothing like that, right? But just a next tier safety, you can pass up on those guys to afford to put guys in places where you really need them. So y'all go check that video out if you can. So I'm just looking at this screen here. Let me make sure I got it on the OBS joint. We got it here. We got all the numbers here. Cool. So I'm looking at this screen here, and the first thing I'm looking at is this NFL rank, this number over here, right? Offensive line, number 1. That means we paying nothing but offensive linemen. That's Travis money. That's Zach money. That's Tyron money. At some point, it's going to be Lael, but he's going to get kicked off a bridge at some point. He's going to get Falcon punched off a bridge at some point. Crane kicked off a bridge at some point. You know what I mean? It's just, is it going to be this year? Is it going to be through trade? Is it going to be something that's going to happen next year? We don't really know. But I think at some point, Lael is going to get that boot. Now, look, can I just rub my hands together like Birdman real quick? Can I just talk my talk for a minute? Pat me on the back? I don't even want y'all to pat me on the back. Don't touch my back. Voch been talking since January. Yo, listen, man. I think this O-line thing gonna be a problem, man. We might need to draft the offensive lineman. You know what I'm saying? We might need to, just in case something happened with Travis, we can have a guy that can come in and play for Travis, and then we can move Connor to right tackle, and we can put that player at left guard, sometimes at center. We can push Lael off a bridge. Oh, y'all wasn't on Voch's team with that though. Oh, y'all wasn't celebrating Voch when it was. Oh, goodness. Yo, Voch, I rock with you and all that, but hey, I don't see nothing wrong with the offensive line. But then then the plan, it goes accordingly. Everything goes exactly according to plan, right? Just like I've been saying since January. Oh, boy, I can't wait to get Lael off the bridge, boy. Ooh, I can't wait. Come on, my guy. Come on, man. Don't touch my back. Don't touch it. Anyway, we putting the most money in the offensive line right now, $60 million. I think that's fine. I think that's adequate. I wouldn't mind putting some more money into it, man. It's just when the offensive line was the best, whether it be 2014, whether it be 2015, when our offensive line was top tier, the team was top tier. Now we got a top tier defense, and we just need the offense to kind of catch up a little bit. Travis is going to come back, and then we finally get to upgrade those guard spots. I'm sorry, man. Xavier Su'a-Filo ain't good. You make my neck hurt. I'm sick of him. I don't want that dude to start for me no more. Cam Fleming, I know a lot of people got faith in him. He make me sick. I don't want to see him on this team no more. Go. Shoo. Go on now. Go on, old yellow. Go. You know what I'm saying? I don't want those guys here no more. And it seems like people get real complacent with the whole, adequacy of Joe Looney or Cameron Fleming or Xavier Su'a-Filo. Mark Holmes called him Salafalo. I don't know what that word. I don't know where that W came from. But Xavier Su'a-Filo, right? I don't want to just take chances with those guys, man. Offensive line is the only position, the only one in the league where 4 guys can get pancakes, right? But if the right guard get whooped and make the tackle, the rest of that shit don't matter. It don't. It don't matter. If Randy Gregory's about to make a sack, but he missed, and D-Law grab him, cool. Cool. It don't matter. D-Law made the play, that's fine. If D-Law and Randy missed the sack, but Byron catch the interception, cool. It don't matter that Antoine Woods got pancaked or that Xavier Woods got beaten coverage. As long as Byron caught the interception, cool. If there's one missing link on your offensive line, and we've seen this happen, if there's one missing link on your offensive line, you look terrible. Once upon a time, Ron Leary was our worst offensive lineman, and he was still pretty damn good. We didn't know how good he was until he was gone. So the fact that we got the number 1 paid offensive lineman in the league, I think that's cool because they can play like that as well. And we see we got $40 million invested in defense. Now look, well in D line, and half of that is damn DeMarcus Lawrence by itself. Let's get into this look right here. And I'm gonna come back and look at these offensive linemen. I like how this website got the shit all sectioned off like this, right? I really like that. This is a look at the defensive line characters, right? Now, pardon me. Had to take a water break for a second. So, this is our D-line. And you see that we actually save a little bit of money this year by going ahead and signing D-Law because he was under franchise tag, right? He was, the franchise tag was like $17, $18 million. We save about 6, so now he's down to 11. He's playing on 11 this year. He's going to start kicking our ass later with the 21, 22, 24, 26, but whatever, cool. Tyrone Crawford's making 10, then the next year he makes 9. 2021 free agent. He may be gone before that or just after that. But that's where all the big money is, right? And Robert Quinn's making his 8, but that's okay. That's why I don't have a problem paying these good players. I don't mind paying our core guys, our big names. I don't mind doing this because our team drafts well. And I'm going to show you plenty of examples of this later. Like if you got a handful of D linemen that cost money, cool. But look at your starting 1 tech. Where Antoine Woods at? He ain't making no money, so I can't even find him. Where he at? Antoine Woods. Antoine Woods making $500,000. And he's starting for us. You know what I mean? Daniel Ross, just saw him. 600K. Doris Armstrong, who's going to be a developmental guy, rotational guy, he making $700. Tristan Hill, 2nd round pick, probably gonna get some valuable 3-tech minutes, rotation minutes, 800. That's how we make this thing work. By constantly adding talent, drafting well, and not overspending for guys in free agency. So you may be worried about, let me write this down to make sure I don't misspeak on it. You may be worried about Dak getting money or Coop getting money or Zeke getting money. That's only quarterback, running back, and wide receiver 1. And you may worry, you may say, well, damn, where we going to get the money for the rest of the guys? Where we going to get the compliment? You draft well, and you just don't pay for guys in the wrong place. Let's go back to this first sheet here. Let's see where we at with wide receiver. We're paying $30 million to wide receiver this year, right? Let's take a closer look at it. $30 million, most of that off the rip is coming from Cooper, right? Allen Hurns making 6, which kind of, I don't know, I might want to get that number off my books real fast. We may be able to save $6 million with this Allen Hurns deal. But Cooper's making 13. And in some alternate universe next year, maybe he'll make about, 16 or so. Let's say 16.5, 17 or so, right? Tavon's making 1. Randall Cobb's making 4.5, which is a deal in my opinion. Gallup ain't going to see $1 million until 2021. You know what I'm saying? Noah Brown's going to give you some rotational stuff, you know what I mean? 600K. That's your guys right there. That's the key. So the secret to this thing is pay your guys, man. Pay your guys. What about your offensive lineman? Let's go find an offensive line because your big three's making big 3 money, but Leia making $9 million make me sick. It make me sick. You know how much money we can We could save if Lael wasn't making his 9, but besides Lael, I mean, your top 3 guys are here. Travis making 10, Zach 14, which is a steal. That number's gonna go down. Tyron's number's gonna go down. Even Travis's number is going to go down over time. So that's cool too. Your big 3 guys are making big 3 guy money. I'm cool with that. And they signed all the way. Like we good. With our base 3 guys, we good all the way to 2023. But let's talk about complimentary guys again, right? Cam Fleming, who I would like to push off a bridge, but he's only making 2.5 mil. Whatever. Joe's making 1.6. Fine. Connor Williams, 2nd round pick, 1.2. Fine. Man, I would love to push Suafilo off a bridge, but all the water might shoot back up and monsoon up in this damn thing. Adam Redmond got to go. Adam Redmond got to go. And the rest of these guys are just complimentary guys, right? So cool. Connor McGovern, way down here. We ain't got his numbers yet. He probably ain't signed his contract yet. He just getting into count with the rest of these guys. So cool. But that's my big point though, man. Like there's nothing wrong. Don't be afraid with signing. Don't be afraid of signing these big name guys. I pulled this up too. Just kind of get this visual on the number. This is the 2020 cap stuff. They're talking about like projected numbers here. But this caught my eye right here. We're looking at an estimated $60 million in cap space next year. And a lot of people didn't know that. They had no idea that we had so much cap space. They're like, "Oh, Voch, why we got so much cap space?" Because we ain't paying nobody. If you look at the core players that are on rookie deals, whether it be Cooper's still technically on a rookie deal, Zeke's on a rookie deal, Dak's on a rookie deal. Sure, we got $60 million, and that 60 could turn to 80. But when we start paying guys off or whatever, that's when it's gonna wind down a little bit. And that number is going to get a lot tighter. And then as time goes by, the salary cap is going to go up. I have no problem that we can sign our guys. I even think we're going to sign Byron. It's just that if we sign Byron, we can't sign guys like, Anthony Brown can't get signed. Let's go look at DBs real fast. Like Anthony Brown can't get signed. Let's see. Byron's making 6 now. Anthony's making 2. That seems like a lot for a nickel guy, but I'm going to get you up out of here. Jordan's making 8. You can probably save $1.1 million. You just go ahead and rip that damn Band-Aid off. If you rip that Band-Aid off and go ahead and hold on, let me take a sip of Happy Juice. I would love to say rip that Band-Aid off of Anthony Brown, and just play Jordan Lewis, because I really like Jordan Lewis. But this is the problem here. Just in case Byron Jones doesn't come back, y'all talking about drafting a safety. Next year may be the year to draft a safety because Heath ain't gonna be here. But look at this graphic here, and I like how this thing is set up. Right, let me just get there we go. So if you look at the 2020 season, boy, some guys gonna be gone. Oh goodness, God. Byron, Jeff Heath, Anthony Brown, Kayvon, George Iloka, CJ Goldie. Damn, I don't care about that. But damn, the only guys that are going to be left over, considering we don't draft anybody, we're just going to assume we don't draft anybody. Your leftover corners are, you got Cheeto and Jordan Lewis. I'm kind of fine with that. Xavier Woods at safety. You got Mike Jack in there, but can I draft a guy? Because I don't think these are guys that we re-sign. Like George Iloka, CJ Gow, like Darian Thompson. These ain't guys that you re-sign. You re-sign your bigger name guys, and you just draft the rest of these guys. Like Michael Jackson. Look, we probably looked at this little green bar right here with Byron Jones, and that's probably why we drafted Michael Jackson, because we got a cornerback till 2022 now. We just got to make sure it works. Donovan Wilson, can he be the next Kayvon Frazier? If you want to look at him that way, sure. I wasn't that impressed with his film. Cool, but he here until 2022, so that's just a couple things we got to look at right now. That's a couple things we got to look at. Byron is going to want closer to 14 to 15. Is that the number? Is 14 to 15 a number? Once upon a time, Revis was getting like 20. Some goofy shit like, who is this? Who is this making noise on my phone? Oh, that's the lady. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Anyway, where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Okay, let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find a contract for cornerbacks, so I can see what the hell cornerbacks are doing. Let's see positional spending. Do that. Let's try positional spending. Let's just see what we can find there. This website is called spottrack.com, SPOTRAC.com. Fantastic layout. I like how this little bullshit's laid out. I just want to see what the top cornerbacks are doing. Let's go cornerbacks so I can get an idea of this Byron Jones number so I can feel a little better. What's this number right here? Average salary? Hold on, fam. We'll see now. Hang tight now. Hang tight. Let's see. Cornerbacks, not free agents. Let's go top salaries. Let's go website. All right. Goof ass website. I'll never be confused again. Damn, dog. Darius Slay making 15. We can pay Byron Jones. Hey, we can pay Byron Jones, right? Right. All right, guys. Can we not pay Byron Jones? We can pay Byron, right? All right. I mean, once upon a time, dog, Darrell Reeves was getting like 20. Like, remember he signed with the Patriots like 1 year, $20 million or some shit. Like, that shit was insane. Let's see. Hey man, come on now. We can afford Byron Jones. Stephon Gilmore making $9 million. Hey man, come on. Hey, come on. So look, this is gonna happen. Somebody gonna be like, well, Byron won $16 million because that's like the best cornerback money. But man, can I get an agent that's gonna be like, yo, Byron, you and Patrick Peterson, right? Patrick Peterson making 11. Now, at some point, Patrick's gonna get paid, and that number's gonna drop. It's gonna jump to like 17. But Byron, Xavier Howard just got paid 10. Can we give you 10? Like, you gave us a good year, Byron. You didn't give us like 5 good years. You know what I'm saying? Richard Sherman making like 9. Byron, can we get 9? You know what I'm saying? Can we get 9? You know what I'm saying? That's what my conversation would be if I had to try to pay Byron Jones. Let me take a look at some of these other goofy ass numbers, man. Let's see. Let's look up quarterbacks so we can get a good idea of young Rain Dakota and these goofy ass Cowboy fans that's talking about some pay Dak like $15 million and shit. Goofy. Would 30 be the highest paid? Nah, Russell gonna get more than that. Next year Russell gonna get like, hold on. So Dak's gonna get paid in 2020. So I need to move this to 2020 so I can look at the 2020 cap hits, which is gonna be different than the 2019 cap hits. Russell should be higher than. Here we go. Here go the big numbers. Here go the bullshit right here. Okay, here we go. Here it is. Boy, these numbers a lot bigger. So look, Matt making 33, Ben making 33, Rodgers 32. I know Dak better than Matt Stafford, though. For 31, Russell 31, Kirk 31. So look, if Dak wants to make 30, that'll put him as the Kirk. So Kirk is 6. So it'll make Dak the 7th most paid if Dak get 30. First of all, we can respect Dak Prescott being the 7th most paid quarterback in the league. I know a lot of people get real caught up with the number. They get caught up with the 30 mil. Don't think about the actual number. Think about where Dak is in contrast with these guys. Because also, let me tell y'all some shit that's gonna happen. Hold on. Let me just help y'all out real quick. Carson gonna get paid. That's gonna bump Dak down one spot. Jared Goff gonna get paid. That's gonna bump Dak down another spot. Carr just got paid. Smith won't have no money. Cam is gonna want to get paid. He's at 21 right now. That's 3. I don't think Dalton getting no bread. Joe. I know Pat gonna get some bread. How much Pat Mahomes? Pat Mahomes making $5 million. That's gonna bump. And Deshaun, that's going to bump one more time. So Dak is going to bump down 5 more spots. I can't do the math. 12. So look, you ain't tell me if we pay Dak Prescott $30 million now in 3 years, he'll be the 12th most paid quarterback in the league. I can deal with that. I can deal with that. I won't lose a wink of sleep if Dak Prescott is the 12th most paid quarterback in the league. I'm fine. Let's not factor in like when like Lamar Jackson won his bread and Baker Mayfield and them. Let's not forget that. After a while, Dak is gonna be the 18th. You know what I'm saying? Dak's number is gonna be. This is what we want. Hold on, time out. This is what we want. Who got paid a long ass time ago? Mitch gonna want some money. Who got paid a while ago? Give me a second, y'all. Who got paid? No, not Nick. Yeah, Derek Carr kind of, sort of. Yeah, sure. Think about it like this, right? Andy Dalton, right? When Andy Dalton first got his money, he's at 17, right? There are a lot of people saying, "What the hell is wrong with you, Andy Dalton? $17 million?" But the quarterback market is going to fluctuate so much. 17 was a lot then, but 17 ain't nothing now. 17 is a steal now, and he's 16th. If you pay Dak now, don't let Dak win a Super Bowl and then you pay him. That's bad business then. Don't let Dak win. Good luck to you then. Pay Dak his 30. 28, 29, 30, whatever the hell you want to do. Pay Dak now. So after 4 years or so, he'll be the 16th ranked guy getting 30. And somewhere up here, Pat Mahomes getting like 41. That's what you want. That's the move. That's what you want. I don't even want to look at running backs, dog, because I know Jerick McKinnon up there with his $10 million just making everybody sick. I love this little website, man. Spottrack.com, man. Check it out. Check it out. Something else I want to do, too, before I get this thing over with. I want to open this thing up to Q&As. How much time I've been doing? Let me see how long I've been doing this. How long? I don't like that lady in that damn Sling commercial just up there looking at us like that. Oh, she got bad intentions. 30 minutes in? Cool. I want to do a Q&A in about 15 minutes. Just to kind of let y'all get y'all thoughts off. And the phone line's going to be open or whatever, so I'll leave y'all prepared for that. Todd Gurley, Le'Veon, David Johnson. Man, I know the conversation's going to start right at Todd Gurley, man. And this is the conversation that's interesting, right? With the whole Zeke thing. Ezekiel, hold on, time out. Wait, time out. Agree, but 30 is a bit too high. Did you hear anything I just said to you? You ain't hear nothing I just said to you. You ain't hear nothing I just said. You ain't listen to nothing I just said. 30 million in quarterback talk ain't high. It's not. 30 in quarterback talk, it's not high. It's not high. 30 million is just standard now. But you got to pay the cost. Once upon a time, Tony got paid like what, 21 or something like that? And we was like, what the hell Tony Romo need $21 million for? By the time it was 2014 and we were on our run, then Tony was like in the mid percentile. That's what we want. Y'all remember on John Wick, the very first John Wick, when the dad was talking to Theon and he was telling him about John Wick killing men with a pencil, killing 3 guys with a pencil, and that John Wick buried all the bodies and he made the gang what it is. And Theon was like, "Man, Dad, I can make this right, man." And Pops was like, "How you gonna do that?" And Theon say, "I'm gonna finish what I started." The Pops got mad. Did you hear a word I just said to you? Damn. Anyway. John will come for you, and you won't do nothing because you can't do nothing. Anyway, it's kind of funny, right? Because Zeke is already the 5th most paid running back in the league right now, which lets you know where we're at with running back or whatnot. And one of my old coaches always told me, man, like you win the game with horses. You know what I'm saying? You win the game with horses. Zeke is a horse, and you want to keep as many horses as you can. And I know the opposite side of that is somebody saying, well, yo, Voch, what about Philip Lindsay? What about what the Broncos are doing with Philip? You could just get a undrafted. I mean, I get it. But for every Philip Lindsay that's undrafted, there's like a fourth round Devontae Booker that didn't work. You know what I mean? Or like a C.J. Anderson that just ain't work for you, or like a Ronnie Hillman that didn't work for you. How many running backs in Denver didn't have to work before you got to Philip Lindsay? You know what I mean? That's my thoughts on that. That's the whole like Jordan Howard was good for 1 year. Then he started losing snaps to like Benny Cunningham and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and now Jordan Howard was traded to the Eagles for a fifth rounder, and the Eagles went to go draft the Penn State kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to just make it seem like it's so easy to replace Zeke. Oh, just because you see some late round running backs have some kind of success. I mean, sure. Deion Lewis. Yeah, sure, whatever. I ain't know Tevin Coleman played for San Francisco. You know what I mean? I get it, Duke Johnson, 13th most paid running back in the league, but the one thing that you get with Zeke over Duke, over James White different, man. Tom Brady to go. Over Deion, over Tevin Coleman, who else? Over Rashawn Penny or whoever the hell playing running back in Seattle or any of the Kansas City. But the one thing that we get with Zeke that they don't have is that we know Zeke come to play. We know Zeke a gangster. We know that. Yo, I say Mahomes is overrated. I say you bugging, but I'm gonna leave you alone though. The one thing that we do get with Zeke is that we know he's a horse. He shows up and he's a horse. The damn Eagles drafted Miles Sanders from Penn State. Damn good running back. But they've gone through 4 or so running backs before they had to get to Miles Sanders. You see what I mean? So it's going to be a tricky conversation, man, when it comes down to paying Zeke. If you ask me personally, man, I don't know, man. Draft a running back in the first round next year, give me Byron Jones. Just, I would rather keep Byron Jones and let him and Cheeto terrorize secondaries my whole life. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would rather do. But they don't pay me to make these here decisions. Aaron Jones, right? Like, look, you Green Bay. Hey, let's just get a guy that can, work with Aaron Rodgers. Sure, Aaron Jones will have a good game or two. Sure. You can pay low and get solid production from Aaron Jones, but man, like, how many fantasy football players we got up in here? Raise your hand if you're a fantasy football player. How many of y'all had Aaron Jones on your team? You was playing against him. He just laid an egg out there for you. Zeke don't lay eggs, man. So I guess that's what you're paying for. You're paying for the security that you don't have to, that you don't have a running back that's going to lay eggs, Every time Zeke plays 16 games, he's the leading rusher. 1 year, he only played 8, 9? And he was still top 10. You know what I'm saying? So I just think you win the game with horses and studs, man. That's how you win them. That's how you win games. I want to take a look at offensive line, and then we're going to go to chat box questions so I can hear what y'all are talking about. Also, some of y'all tuning in late. This is the off season or whatever. This is not draft season for me. So I'm going to get back to my Voch's Voice podcast bag. So after this show, I just want to do like a live stream for anybody that wants to come by and like not talk football. Like we talking football now. We talking Cowboys now. But if anybody just wants to come through and not talk football and just hang out and chill, I'm going to be recording a podcast, and I'm just going to be leaning on chat box questions. And y'all can ask me whatever you want at that point. We can talk about music. I think we have some pretty good music talks or just whatever you want to do. And that's going to be directly after this, so y'all stay tuned for that if that's something that you're interested in, okay? Who the hell is Trenton Brown making $21 million while Tyron Smith making like 13? Oh goodness, Raiders. Then y'all just draft a fella from UCLA, the kid that y'all drafted 8th overall or something. They got Josh Rosen, all the concussions that I thought was trash. Colton Miller, yeah, didn't y'all just draft Colton Miller? Taylor Lewan's pretty good. Nate Salter's a scrub. Russell Okung still living off old bodies in his Seattle tenure. You know, Denver even threw him some money. Jake Matthews making 15. You know what? This is what I like about the Cowboys, man. You know what I like about the Cowboys? I can look at Jake Matthews and I can look at Zach Martin. Two guys that make $15 million. And I feel so much better about Zach's 15 than Jake's 15. Boy, I feel so good about that. What else we got? Trent, Andrew Norwell. Yeah, he is with Jacksonville this year. Sure. Donovan got his money. Bakhtar got his money. The Castro still in the league? Okay. Tyron Downhill is 13.3. Hey man, if y'all one of them scrubs that think Tyron Smith is like bad now, go watch the film and quit playing yourself, bro. Kevin Zeitler making 12 mil. I think the Browns let him go for a reason, but I'ma chill. Stephanie says, I'm still trying to learn about how the logistics of how they pay these players. Well, this is what happens, Steph. This is what happens. Let me let's do an example here. Let's go back to cornerbacks. Let's go back to corners. Because it's going to be relevant to us. It's going to be the whole Byron Jones thing. Let's go to corners. And I'm going to go 2020 corners. So this was going to happen, Steph. This was going to happen. So we're in the year 2020 now. Byron Jones is a free agent and he wants money. Byron Jones is going to say, I'm going to let my agent do all the talking. And the agent is going to sit down with Steven and his mob and his lawyers and the one gangster in the corner to make sure nobody walks in the room. And they're going to fuss. They're going to fuss for a month. And how it starts is Byron Jones is going to rank himself amongst these guys. And he's going to get his number based on those guys. Then the team is going to say, okay, we think Byron is more here, right? So how this thing is going to start is the team is going to go, well, looking at these numbers here, we think Byron Jones is about a $14 million player. And it's the lawyer's job to go, oh, hell nah. Whether the lawyer think, or the agent or whatever, pardon me, whether the agent thinks, Stephen Gilmore is better than Byron or not, this doesn't matter. The agent's going to say, I'm here for the best interest of Byron. You're here for the best interest of the Cowboys, Stephen Jones, but I'm in this for Byron. I want Byron to make $19 million. Steven's going to say, bullshit, $19 million, not going to be able to do it. So what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to negotiate their way somewhere between $14 to $19 million. So the agent is going to be like, well, I mean, do you really want to think about a Dallas Cowboys secondary without Byron Jones? How about $18 million? And Steve is going to say, man, look, dog, I don't want to bust your bubble or nothing like that, but this ain't the first time I had a gun pointed in my face. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Byron Jones is important, but he ain't $18 million important. Meet me at like 15 or so somewhere, right? And then the agent's going to go, well, Byron's better than Josh Norman. Josh Norman's a scrub. Desmond Trufant's not working out and with the Falcons. Tremaine Johnson's not better than Byron Jones. So the lawyer's going to say, man, look, if it ain't higher than these guys, if it ain't up in the 16 somewhere, we can't talk. And Steven going to say, yeah, dog, Josh Norman is pretty terrible compared to Byron Jones, huh? So if we're going to pay Byron Jones, you got to meet me somewhere between 16, which is better than Boye. Steven says we're not going to go to 17. You're going to have to meet me between 17-1 and 15-9. And that's kind of how this thing goes in a short run. Now, in between time, we hang up the phone and ignore each other. We act like a broken up relationship. We go to the Senior Bowl and shit. We go, you know what I mean? We just let time pass. And what's going to happen is Jerry Jones has a brilliant quote, man. He says, every time you pick up the phone, you lose money. Every time you pick up the phone, you lose money. So if Stephen Jones go, man, dog, I'm really starting to feel the negative thoughts of Byron Jones potentially not being on this team. Maybe I just need to go ahead and just give him his money so we can ensure that. But then there's the agent who may be hearing from Byron, like Byron's telling the agent, man, look, bro, you work for me and I really want to be a part of this team. Give me the best number. Like, don't kill him, but I still want to get my bread. And if the agent pick up the phone, he's going to have to go, man, let me go ahead and call Steven and tell his dog ass we'll take 15. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes most negotiations it's not even ongoing. It's like a big lapse of time where nobody's even talking to each other. They just playing that good old game of phone chicken. You know what I mean? Because if Byron didn't want to be a Cowboy, it wouldn't be a conversation. He'll just come out and say, "I'm testing free agency," like plenty guys have done. I'm testing free agency. Get out of here. You know what I mean? If the deadline is a problem, then the organization has they have an option where they can go, cool, we'll just give Byron the franchise tag, which is about $14 million, and that'll buy us another year to negotiate without having to lose in the free agency. So yeah, Stephanie, that was kind of long-winded, but that's how these negotiations work. That's how these negotiations work. Hey, Miss Sheila, how you doing? How you doing, Miss Sheila? I wanted to look at safeties too. I want to look at strong safeties in particular. I know, like, Jeff is not paid in the higher percentile of like strong safeties. I just want to see how many good safeties there are. Let's see what's going on here. Who is Rashad Jones? Chat box, who is Rashad Jones? Landon Collins making $14 million. Who is Tony Jefferson? Chat box, who is Tony Jefferson? I know Eric Reed. I know Tayshaun Gibson. He was once a Jaguar. And I know Jamal Adams. They drafted him. And Micah Hyde. Don't he play like another position or something? Who the hell is Ricardo Allen? Who the hell is Jaquaski Tart? I know Quandre Diggs. Can't even call robbing these people. Who the hell is Patrick Chung? Who the hell is Deron Harmon? Who the hell is Bradley? Okay, I know Bradley. That's how you spell McDougal? Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Morgan Burnett, I thought he played linebacker or something. You know what? This kind of proves my point a little bit. I know everybody kind of gets, caught up in the whole. How many times have you seen a Cowboy fan go, "Boy, we need a strong safety to take this team over the top"? I don't think there are other teams that think that way. I think the Redskins paid Landon Collins way too much money. I don't even know most of these guys. Eric Reed making $8 million, cool. But besides the handful of guys that you know, I think the league in general is just not playing strong safety. They're not paying strong safeties. I don't even know these guys. Because on most teams, all strong safeties really do is tackle. They're tacklers. So I know a lot of guys want to push Jeff Heath off a bridge or whatever, but these guys, damn, Jeff ain't even on this list, boy. Jeff must be ain't making no money. Okay, it's 2020. Okay, gotcha. Actually, yeah, I just think teams in general aren't paying strong safety. Don't tell me nothing about Trey Boston. I don't want to know about. Don't tell me nothing about Trey Boston. Xavier Howard is a boss and he got paid. I remember Xavier Howard in Baylor. He was playing in Baylor and I wasn't a fan, so he must have picked up some coaching or something. Let's take a look at free safeties, though. Let's see how many of these guys we can recognize. Let's see how many free safeties we can point out and get a good idea. And after that, I'm gonna get into the chat box. Then after that, we're gonna get into the Voch's Voice podcast. Oh, my bad. Go. I didn't hit the damn StubHub link. I ain't trying to. Bitch, I ain't trying to go StubHub. The hell up out of here. Your goofy ass. I want to see y'all. Shit, look. Hey, man, look. Phil Collins coming to Houston, right? I'm a huge Phil Collins fan. A lot of people wouldn't even think that. I'm a huge Phil Collins fan, right? Phil Collins fan. I'm like, man, he coming to Houston. Let me see how much these tickets cost. And it's like $300 for the balcony seat. I'm like, damn, Phil, I love you, but my headphones are fantastic. Like, yo, Phil. Oh, Phil, you fantastic. But I got some Beats by Dre, boy. It sounds... Boy, look, I'll go listen to one of them live Genesis joints. Boy, I'll put on one of them live Genesis joints and them Beats headphones. Use my imagination. I'll be right there. Walter says Phil Collins is the GOAT. I agree. I might get into some Phil Collins talk in my Voch's Voice podcast. Let's talk about these free safeties. Tyrann Mathieu, Earl Thomas, LaMarcus Joyner, Malcolm Jenkins, Harrison Smith. I think I know Adrian Amos. Who the hell is TJ McDonald? Keanu Neal, Eric Waddle, Malik Hooker. Who the hell is Joyner? Okay, I know all these guys. But do you see the trend here? See? Cowboy fans, do you see the goddamn trend? Any of these guys can co-play strong safety. Strong safety ain't the move. Free safety is the move. So if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, you want a free safety. You don't want a strong safety. That's what I was saying. Like, I wasn't mad that we missed out on Thornhill. I was kind of taken aback by the whole Adderley thing. Because Adderley is a fantastic free safety, in my opinion. And if you're going to get a guy, get a free safety and move Xavier Woods to a strong safety. Like that's my thought. But free safety is where it's at. Nobody gives a damn about strong safety. So if you want your safety play as a whole to get better, look at Xavier Woods. He's right there. Besides that, y'all leave Jeff Heath the hell alone. Anyway, how many people I got watching live? Let's see. 202. Salute to y'all. After this, we're going to be doing a Voch's Voice podcast. It's going to be a general Q&A. Just answering any and all questions if y'all want to. Y'all can ask whatever y'all want to. Whatever y'all want to. All right, let's get... Who the fuck is Keith? That's my boy Tyler. I'll get back to it. Anyway, chat box. If y'all have any questions, hit me up. What y'all got right now? If y'all got any Dallas Cowboy questions, any football related questions, let me know. Let me know. This is y'all's time right now. And next year, not next year, and the next stream or whatever, I'll be doing the non-football Ask Me Anything. What the hell do you see in Jeff Heath? Well, Walter, I see a strong safety. And let me say this. Jeff is replaceable. Jeff Heath is 100% replaceable. My problem is y'all ass be wanting to replace Jeff Heath with people that do less than Jeff Heath. That's my problem with y'all. Like, Jeff Heath can play free. He can cover tight ends. Works well in the zones. And he's an adequate tackler. Y'all want to get Jeff Heath about the paint for anybody just because y'all feel like Jeff Heath ain't good. Jeff Heath is 100% replaceable. I get it. But he's not as bad as y'all think he is. We had an elite defense last year, and y'all talk about Jeff Heath like he wasn't on that defense. Y'all talk about Jeff Heath like he wasn't a part of that crew. So, didn't Jeff Heath lead the team in interception twice? Yes, sir, he did. That's what I'm saying. He got more than the rest of these cats y'all be trying to compare him to. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's get into this. What's going on with Weber's MRI? I don't know. If I work for the team, I'll let you know, but I don't. So I guess I'll keep eyes on my Bleacher Report app for that. But Voch, would you rather have Byron Jones in his prime or Earl Thomas in his prime? That's not a question. Earl Thomas is a better player. Earl Thomas is a Hall of Famer already. Plus, just based on positional value, a top tier free safety is way better than a top tier cornerback. So I'm taking Earl Thomas. That's easy for me. Let's see what else. What else y'all got? Let's see what else y'all got. Your thoughts on the wide receiver core? I think we got plenty of guys. You know, whenever Tavon Austin is your fifth best receiver, I think you got a pretty damn good core with some good depth. You know, and I'm not the offense coordinator, but if I was, well, I'd be having a field day with the guys that we got. But you know, can a coach kill the game for a kid? Give me some more context. Do you think we will sign Ndamukong Suh? Probably not. I mean, I don't know, but probably not. Have you heard any news about Travis Frederick health starting? He says he good. He said he cool, but he won't know until he gets the chance to smack the hell out of somebody in training camp. So we'll see. He says he feels fine and he's recovering well, but he won't know until he gets an opportunity to move somebody. How many snaps Tony Pollard and Tristan Hill will earn by midseason? That is a very Vostradamus Cleo Lombardi question. Voch, would you have paid Barry Church? No. He's a strong safety, and I think he can be replaced. The defense was actually better without him, numbers wise or whatever, if you want to look at it that way. Barry Church was a good tackler, but he kind of lost you a little bit in coverage, and it makes sense because when Barry was a strong safety, he never covered tight ends. Like we made Byron go cover tight ends. Now we can get Jeff Heath to go cover tight ends, and he's pretty good at that. And since he's the box guy, you know. But people seem to forget that Jeff Heath, you know, makes plays as a deep safety, and that he has pretty good range, and that he man covers tight ends really well. People forget that, but you know. Is Brandon Knight a physical tackler? A physical tackle. Brian Broaddus calls him a mauler type. Brandon Knight from Indiana, the right tackle. Yeah, he's cool. He's cool. He's gonna have to work on his feet and his technique and his polish and his hands and all that stuff. But he's an angry guy. Will he make the team? I don't know. Practice squad, maybe. Heath show stopped Ertz to win us that game. Well, hey, what you want to do? This is why Chris Westry. Lost the question. Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all got so much faith that Chris Richard can fix everybody else. Why don't y'all have faith that Chris Richard can fix Jeff Heath? What's the deal here? What's the move there? Y'all don't have faith in Chris Richard to coach up Jeff Heath? Like, what's the move here? Chris Richard is like DB coach God to some of y'all. Why can't he fix Jeff Heath? Like, what's the move? I've seen Rod Marinelli get sacks out of George Selvey and sacks out of Jeremy Mincy and sacks out of Igor Olshansky. If y'all got so much faith in Chris Richard, why can't he get better play out of Jeff Heath? Don't play yourself now. How do you think the Cowboys will change their offense? To be fair, I don't think they will do very much changing. I did a video, and I was talking about offensive stuff. It was like a white marker board video. You're gonna have to go find it because the details kind of slipped my mind a little bit. But in terms of what I was saying is that the actual scheme won't change. Kellen Moore is probably going to be touted as an offensive genius, sure, but the base of his offense won't change. The base of Sean McVay's offense ain't that different than ours. The base of it, and if you look at the base of it, it's the plays that you run and the personnel groups that you run out. That's the base of an offensive coordinator's offense. What Sean McVay does differently, or what Kellen Moore does differently, is what you didn't, or what you want them to do better than Linehan is how you work personnel and how you move guys around and how you how you manipulate the defense, but offensive structure won't change. We're still gonna run inside outside zone. We're still gonna run counters. We're still gonna run short and five drops. We're still gonna screen game to death. We're gonna do all that stuff. So not much change. Who's your pet cat to watch the training camp this year? You know, I just want to see everybody do great. I'm an offensive line guy. We might go 8-8. I don't trust Kellen. Damn, fam. What's the difference between an under tackle and a three tech? I think Rod Marinelli's Rod Marinelli's quotes were taken a bit too heavy. Let me see. What's the difference between an under tackle and a three tech? That's like saying wide out and X receiver. You know what I mean? Same thing. It's just according to like where you put a guy. You know, some guys are purely under tackle. Now I keep it simple. I don't really get into the whole under tackle is different than a three tech because watch this. If you line a one tech up in B gap, that's your three tech. Under tackle is really more so about your mindset about the player, really kind of sort of. And I don't like to get into super detailed thoughts about stuff like it's there's no need to get into it. So sure, Rod had his comments on there, and I love Rod, but boy did it send people into a frenzy. Like Voch, Rod said Tristan is an under tackle and not a three tech. What does this mean? Like nah, relax, man, relax. It's kind of like slot wide receiver, or no, it's kind of like a tight end wide receiver, something like that, or outside linebacker to Sam. It's just where you're gonna put a guy. It's not much different. Voch, who do you trust more calling plays, Kellen Moore or Jason Garrett? Never seen Kellen Moore call plays. I think we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. What do you predict Kellen Moore bringing out? KingLombardi. Voch, do you believe we're solid backup wise for Dak? No, but tell you what, if Dak gets hurt somehow, knock on wood, I got a new table that's wood now. If Dak does somehow get hurt and we lose like 14 games, then I just want to keep my first overall pick and get the edge rusher from Iowa and move on with my life and go win the Super Bowl next year. Voch, would you extend Quinn if he get over 10 sacks? Nah, I'll probably draft a guy. I got other monies I can use with that, with that Robert Quinn bread. So nah. Quinn is older. I'm not trying to pay older guys. And I don't think Stephen Jones wants to pay older guys. Jeff Heath missed 18. Okay, how about this, Charles Budd? Send me a link of missed tackles by all strong safeties last year. Because nobody can find that one metric. Like everybody's talking about that number. Nobody can show me a list where that comes from. I don't trust these secondhand or these media outlets. How about I say organization? But media outlet. I don't trust secondhand media outlets. Show me a graph. Show me a graph and we'll have a conversation. Because that magical 18 number, I've seen 19, I've seen 21. Show me a list or just a ranking of missed tackles by strong safeties. Then we can have a conversation. And I wasn't yelling at you. When's the next Cowboys roundtable? I don't know yet. I feel like if we did a roundtable every week, you wouldn't appreciate us when we do it. But when we do it once a month, well, y'all come through for that. So. Plus, Law got his own channel. Fuzz got his own channel. Koya got his own channel. Voch does Voch things, We may make a special. And hey, man, who knows? During the season, we may do that shit once a week. So we'll see. Connor versus Connor. Hearing people say Connor McGovern is the player Connor Williams was supposed to be. Now they're trying to push your son off a bridge. I don't get it. Well, Connor Williams is a tackle. And Connor McGovern is definitely a better guard than Connor Williams. But I think Connor Williams is a better tackle than Connor McGovern. I just think they both play guards. So I didn't expect, Connor Williams to be the best guard in the world. I wanted Connor a tackle. Even Even year one, I think my comments were, and this was when I was doing long film sets. My comments were, I think Connor would be fine at guard, man, but I think he makes babies at tackle. That's really what I think, but you know, that's just how I feel. Let's take some more. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what else we got. Which started you? Wait. Which started do you think has the best chance of? Which starter has the best chance to lose his job? Man, you know I'm trying to get Lael up out of here, man. You know I'm trying to get Lael up out of here. And look, to be fair, DeMarcus Lawrence is having shoulder surgery, and he may miss the first two games of the season. I mean, Tyrone Crawford's probably gonna have to be an end for you. You know, Tristan Hill's probably gonna have to play a lot of 3-tech this year. So we'll see. We'll see. Who is your ideal head coach for the Cowboys if you had your pick? Shit, I don't know. Belichick. Come on, Voch. You're a media outlet, right? No, sir. I am not. Voch Lombardi is. I'm just a human. I'm a human with a YouTube page. You know what I'm saying? I am not a media outlet. I'm not the news. I'm not a reporter. Y'all don't see me come on this thing talking about some breaking news. I just react to things. I just put out think pieces. I talk and I break down film and I educate. Not a media outlet. I might be a tutor with a YouTube channel, but I'm not a media outlet. What I do may be considered like a form of media, but I'm not a media outlet. I'm not TMZ. 12 of those missed tackles were probably Saquon's fault. Hey, man, Saquon different. Saquon different. Let's see. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Leave a like for Voch's video. Man, they need so fantastic. Pro Football Focus. Sure. Send me a list. And I don't care about Pro Football Focus no way, but send me a list. I've never been a fan of Pro Football Focus, man. Never been a fan. Ever. Do what Nene says. She scares me a little bit, but I like it. Hey, Rob, don't be talking about Nene, man. Just don't say nothing else about Nene. Which of the like The Witcher, which of the offensive linemen on this team last year won't be on the team this year? I mean, shit. I don't know. Adam Redmond may not be here. I don't know. Lael about the paint, but keep Jeff Heath. Sure, Walter. And here's my logic. And it's funny because you put the LMAO at the end of it because you're joking, but I'm dead ass serious. I hold the offensive line in a different esteem than everybody else. Strong safety to defense ain't as important as a right tackle is to offense. Okay, so when you look at offense, if Lael Collins does a bad job, he ain't really getting no help by nobody else. Jeff Heath can do a bad job. According to y'all, Jeff Heath is doing a terrible job, but we still rank in the top 10 as a defense, top 8 as a defense. There are a lot of things you can do to help Jeff Heath along. Offensive line ain't one of those positions, man. Voch, you had breaking news to Antonio Brown. Now, see, that wasn't breaking news. That was me making fun of Antonio Brown and the Bills, even though he didn't go. That wasn't it. That was jokes. That was jokes. They used to say Jason was an offensive genius, and he probably is. Who knows? Shit, he's just the head coach. But Lael performed better. Hey man, Walsh, let me tell you something. I don't know how long you've been watching my show, man, but like, go watch my old videos. Lael Collins gets his ass whooped, and that just is what that is. So anyway, peep this out, y'all. This is going to be the end of my Dallas Cowboys stream, but I'm going to shut this stream down to reset the stream, to do a new stream so I can do a Voch's Voice podcast. It's going to be my non-football podcast. So if y'all want to check that out, it's on all podcast streaming platforms, even Spotify, because that's what we do around here. Voch's Voice, VOCH''S Voice, or you can type in Voch Lombardi. You can find the podcast there. I'm about to record one of those, so it'll mean a lot to me If y'all goofy asses that's in this chat box right now will show up on the Voch's Voice podcast and just ask me non-football questions so I can, have something to do in the offseason when it's not time to talk about football. All right? Y'all hold down for the Doski Woski, man. The Peace Whiskey Free. Peace.